Welcome to Wisdom of Legends. Imagine a man whose artistry captured the divine, whose chisels seemed to breathe life into marble, and whose brushes painted the heavens on the ceilings of cathedrals. That man was Michelangelo Buonarroti, a genius whose work defined the spirit of the Renaissance. Born on March 6, 1475, in Caprese, Italy, Michelangelo's legacy as a sculptor, painter, architect, and poet endures as one of the greatest testaments to human creativity and perseverance. Michelangelo's early years revealed a talent that bordered on the miraculous. As he once said, "If people knew how hard I worked to gain my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all." Despite his father's disapproval of his artistic pursuits, young Michelangelo was drawn to the world of art. Apprenticed at the workshop of Domenico Ghirlandaio, he quickly outshone his peers, catching the eye of Lorenzo de' Medici, the powerful ruler of Florence. Under Lorenzo's patronage, Michelangelo was exposed to the intellectual and artistic elite of Florence. He studied classical sculpture and philosophy, grounding himself in the ideals of the Renaissance. Yet, even as a young man, Michelangelo was consumed by his ambition to create works of transcendent beauty. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Michelangelo's first masterpiece, the Pieta, was carved when he was just 24 years old. This breathtaking sculpture of the Virgin Mary cradling the body of Christ revealed not only his technical skill but also his profound emotional depth. As he reflected, "Every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it." For Michelangelo, the act of carving was a spiritual journey. He believed that the artist was a vessel for divine inspiration, stating, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." His devotion to his craft was relentless, often working in solitude for days on end, fueled by an inner fire that few could comprehend. His next triumph, the colossal statue of David, symbolized the spirit of Florence, resilient, determined, and fearless. Standing over 17 feet tall, David was not just a representation of biblical heroism, but also a testament to human potential. The true work of art is but a shadow of the divine perfection, Michelangelo mused. Michelangelo's fame as a sculptor did not spare him from being coerced into projects he initially resisted. In 1508, Pope Julius II ordered him to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, a task Michelangelo protested, declaring himself a sculptor, not a painter. Yet, despite his reluctance, he transformed the ceiling into one of the most iconic works of art in history. For 4 grueling years, Michelangelo worked lying on scaffolding, creating frescoes that depicted the story of Genesis with unparalleled beauty and complexity. His perseverance echoed his belief that genius is eternal patience. When asked about his process, Michelangelo remarked, "Trifles make perfection, and perfection is no trifle." This obsessive attention to detail is evident in every figure, every fold of fabric, and every expression on the ceiling. He was never content with mediocrity, often reworking sections until they met his impossibly high standards. "I am still learning," he humbly admitted, even in the midst of his greatest achievements. In his later years, Michelangelo turned his genius to architecture. As the chief architect of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, he designed its magnificent dome, which remains an enduring symbol of Renaissance architecture. His vision reshaped the skyline of Rome, fulfilling his belief that What one has most to work on in architecture is the sense of proportion. Despite the immense pressure and political interference he faced, Michelangelo poured his soul into every project. Faith in oneself is the best and safest course, he advised, a principle that guided him through the many challenges of his career. Beyond his art, Michelangelo was a deeply philosophical and spiritual man. His poetry, often overshadowed by his visual works, reveals his inner struggles and musings on life, love, and mortality. He wrote, "A man paints with his brains and not with his hands," reflecting his belief that true artistry comes from the intellect and soul. He also grappled with the fleeting nature of life, stating, "The marble not yet carved can hold the form of every thought the greatest artist has." This sentiment captured his view of potential and the inevitability of time shaping all things. Though fiercely independent, Michelangelo often expressed his reliance on divine guidance, saying, "Lord, grant that I may always desire more than I can accomplish." His humility and reverence for the divine were woven into his every creation. Michelangelo worked until his final days, passing away at the age of 88 in 1564. His legacy, however, is eternal. His sculptures, paintings, and architectural designs remain monuments to the power of human imagination and determination. As he once remarked, "Death and love are the two wings that bear the good man to heaven." Even centuries later, Michelangelo's words and works continue to inspire. His unwavering pursuit of excellence reminds us that greatness is not born but forged through dedication and vision. The best of artists has no conception that a marble block does not contain within itself, he believed, encouraging us all to uncover the hidden potential within ourselves. Through his masterpieces, Michelangelo taught us that art is more than technique. It is a reflection of the human spirit. Your gifts lie in the place where your values, passions, and strengths meet, he advised, a truth that guided his life and work. His wisdom endures in his words. Beauty is the purgation of superfluities. A beautiful thing never gives so much pain as does failing to hear and see it. The greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. Critique by creating. Do not fret, for God did not create us to abandon us. Michelangelo's life was a testament to his belief that only those who attempt the absurd will achieve the impossible. As we marvel at his achievements, we are reminded of the boundless possibilities of human creativity. His legacy challenges us to see the angel in our own marble and carve until we set it free. Thank you for watching Wisdom of Legends. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any interesting videos. We'll keep accompanying you on your journey through life. Stay tuned. See you next time.